Okay. Hey guys, it's Aiko with Schwagirl. Hello. So I said for the live stream for the first time. So I'm looking cool. All right. So in this live lesson, I'm gonna do live lesson. So I'm an American English pronunciation coach based in Hawaii, and I also provide business coaching for English coaches. So in this live stream lesson, I'm gonna go over the sentence, which by the way, I sent the sentence that I'm gonna use today to my newsletter subscribers. So if you want to know the sentence ahead of time when I do these type of live lessons, then be on my newsletters so that you get the notification. So today I'm gonna use the 7 habits of highly effective people by Stephen Covey. And I'm just gonna use the this part right here. So I already sent you the sentence, but let's work on the sentences together. All right, so I'm gonna use this whiteboard and I'm gonna write down the sentence for you. So if you have that text already, so check my newsletter. So the sentence was, Steve Covey has written, maybe you can write it down together, right? A remarkable book. So the sentence we're gonna work on quickly, I'm just gonna read it out. So Stephen Covey has written a remarkable book about human condition, so elegantly written, so understanding of our embedded concerns, so useful for our organizational and lives. So from there to here, so the first part is Stephen Covey has written a remarkable book. So let's practice this part. So maybe you can read it out first by yourself. So I'm gonna show you the whiteboard again. So, all right, so you pronounce it. Good job. All right, good. So now we're gonna break it down to sound by sound. So PH is actually pronounced V, so Stephen. Stephen. Sometimes we see Steven, so pronunciation is like Stephen. Stephen. So please repeat after me. Stephen. Stephen. And don't forget to put your tongue up for N. Stephen. The tongue goes up. And then next part is Covey. Covey. So names are difficult. So I had, I checked the dictionary of pronunciation to check this vowel right here. So this is the schwa. It's So Covey. Covey. And strong V. So strong V here and a strong V here. All right, so let's pronounce his full name. Stephen Covey. V. Very strong V. And here too. So to pronounce V. V. It's not B. B is V. V. Do you feel the vibration in air coming out? So it's not B. B. It's V. V. You should feel some vibration in your upper teeth and the lower teeth, lower lip. V. V. And let's pronounce it again. Stephen Covey. And then next part, yes, you can pronounce it has, but you probably hear has a lot. Has. So instead of going you can pronounce it as schwa. So it's has. And then move to written. Has written. All right, so let's pronounce this part together. So has written. How is it? It's a little bit fast. If you feel that it was fast, then you want to practice like fast pronunciation. Not has written, but it more like has written. All right, and then A is usually pronounced So has written so you can pronounce it this way. So has written How is it? It's a little fast. All right, so this one is remarkable. So make sure R and the L. Remarkable. All right, so repeat after me. Remarkable. Right, good. And then next one, book. So it's not book, not oo. It's book. It's more relaxed. So it's book. Not oo. It's Do you feel like a little different type of sound? It's not oo. It's There's so many vowels in American English, so you want to know the difference between oo and So this is book. The symbol is this one. All right, so let's practice from here. Remarkable book. Yes, so if you try to pronounce this L right here, and you won't have time to pronounce L, your tongue goes up just a little bit, but not quite, then it can sound like R. So how do you pronounce this one, right? So basically, you don't have time to pronounce this type of L clearly. So what's going to happen is you just move the back of the tongue up a little bit. The tip of the tongue doesn't go up. So usually L is pronounced la, right? The tongue goes up, la. But you don't have time for this one. So instead, going this way, the tongue goes this. So bowl right here is bowl, doesn't go up, and then move to B. So remarkable, the tongue doesn't go up for this one. So just remember this one. Okay, so let's pronounce from the beginning to until book. Stephen Covey has written a remarkable book. All right, so one more time, repeat after me. Stephen Covey has written a remarkable book. Okay, how is it? Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next part. Okay. So the next part is, okay, so let me write down. And so the next part is, maybe you can write it down together. So next one is about the human condition. About the human condition. So maybe this sentence is really long, huh? Maybe I should cut it in half next time. So elegantly written. So understanding of our embedded concerns. So I'll read it again. About the human condition, so elegantly written, so understanding of our embedded concerns. Okay, so let's practice this part. So the first part is about. So for American English, and then maybe for Australian too, maybe you'll becomes kind of wide, like about. So when I lived in Canada, I noticed that people in Canada say a boat, like a boat. The mouth doesn't move much. But in American English, you want to move like wider, so it's about. And by the way, I'm in Hawaii, so people in Hawaii say like about, like kind of between American accent and Canadian accent. It's kind of in between, so it's really interesting. So to make it wider, you want to move kind of wide, so your mouth becomes wide. About. See, your mouth goes about. It's big. In Canada, it's more like a boat. It doesn't open much, so make sure you open your mouth a lot and say about. And T to TH, right? It's hard. So which one you want to focus on? TH. You want to focus on TH here. So you still pronounce T, but I want you to focus on TH more because that's going to be more important. So it's going to sound like this. About the. T is kind of silent, but not quite. But you will hear more TH. This. About the. Not about to the. Not about to the. It's about the. So you pronounce TH. And let's move on to here. Human. So this is H, but it has like Y sound. So it's hue, not who. It's hue. And schwa, so it's human. N, make sure that your tongue goes up. Human. N, the tongue goes up. And condition. So don't look at the spelling. It's not condition, it's condition. So it's the sure, so it's condition, not shon, it's shen. Please say condition. Okay, so let's practice from here. About the human condition. Now your turn. One more time. About the human condition. Your turn. All right, so let's move on to the next one. How do you pronounce this one usually? So it's not so, it's so. Oh, it has oo vowel, so it's pronounced. The IPA is O. So a strong S. So good. Okay, so next one. Elegantly. T becomes a little silent, but it's still there. So not elegantly. It's different from elegantly, but elegantly. Do you think T is still there? Elegantly. Exactly. Definitely. You don't say definitely or exactly. T is still there, even though you don't really pronounce it. So it's elegantly. All right. And the next one, written. Written. So you can pronounce it as written, written, but you can also pronounce it as written, 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 written. And there's actually a IPA for sound. It's called glot. So this is the symbol for it's glottal. So glottal is around glottis. So you pronounce it like So it's like oh. When you say oh, you close it here, right? Oh. So it's the same thing. Written, written, written. All right. So let's practice from here to written. Okay. So I will say it first. So elegantly written. Your turn. So elegantly written. In your turn. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So same thing, not so, it's so. So, oh. And next one, understanding. So understanding. So this is like flat A, called flat A. So it's like apple. And so understanding, understanding, understanding. And this one is of. So it's not obu, it's of. It's the schwa. Of. And this one, if I pronounce it really slowly, our. But in daily conversations, usually it becomes just like this. So over. How is it? It changes, right? The sound changes. So instead of our, it becomes over. All right. So let's pronounce from here to here, but try to pronounce it over, not of our. All right. So understanding over. Okay. One more time. So understanding over. All right. And then embedded. So there's like B, D, and D, so many consonants here, but embedded. And next one, concerns. So it's concerns. Not o, not concerns. It's ka, same as hot. Concerns. Okay, so maybe from here to here. So understanding of our embedded concerns. Okay, one more time. So understanding of our embedded concerns. How is it? You want to try from here to the end? Okay, so about the human condition. So elegantly written. So understanding of our embedded concerns. Okay, so let's move on to the last portion of this sentence. This is actually a really long sentence, so I'm cutting it in half, and I will do another lesson to finish this whole sentence. So, hold on. So, hi, about the ed ending in embedded. Is it a similar sound to Japanese e? Oh, that's a good question. The vowel is actually the schwa. So when you have ed, this is it's gonna take for a while to explain, but it's usually the schwa. So schwa is, my YouTube channel's icon. You see it like schwa, right? So it's and then it depends on what you have over here. So, well, for example, if you have text, right? So then you have texted, and it becomes the. But this part sometimes becomes T. It's really confusing, right? But when you have D, usually there is a vowel right before, so texted, not texted. It's not not texted. It's texted. The schwa sound. Texted. Thank you for the question. It is really confusing, and I'm pretty sure someone has a list of when ed becomes T and D and all that, and then you can just kind of go through the thing. Right now, I kind of automatically guess if I pronounce it D or T now, but I need a lot of practice. So once you get used to it, you will start being able to guess when to pronounce it and stuff. Okay, so the last part is so useful. Maybe you can write it down together. So useful for our organizational and personal lives. So useful for our, again, our can become just organizational, which I am not so sure about all the vowels, so I'll use my phone to check the pronunciation symbols. But let's do that together. Personal lives. Okay, so this is the last part of the lesson today. Okay, so let's read it once. Okay, so useful for our organizational and personal lives. All right, so again, so is O, so it's so. And next one, useful, not useful, it's useful. So not useful, not da, it's useful. So it's da, useful. And F is very important here. And then this F is important here too. So make sure you pronounce F, not who. It's a lot of air. And then pronounce full and useful. And next one, for. But I just said or, for. The vowel becomes just, sometimes people don't even pronounce it. So maybe just F. Only F stays. Because, when you speak it fast, you don't have time to pronounce or. So you can say for, but a lot of times it's just F, like sound. And then our becomes just So if you have F and this part right here becomes just fur. It sounds like F-U-R. Sounds like F-U-R. Fur, same. 4 hour becomes fur. And then, so let's pronounce from here to here, but use just fur, this part. All right, so used for fur. So useful for. I know it's kind of weird, but in the conversation, you'll hear this a lot, like contraction. So it's fur. And then this part right here, I'm not so familiar with the vowels. So let's check the dictionary together. Oops, sorry, it's like a lot of stuff on the table. Okay, let's see. So I will use, let me see. I will use Agile. So I will put organizational. Organizational. Okay, so when you see this, you will see the pronunciation symbols. But Agile, like a lot of Japanese dictionaries use Jones style pronunciation symbols. So it's not quite the same as IPA. So it is kind of confusing. It's close enough to understand it, but it's not IPA. So you want to just be aware of that. So it says O, like open O, or organizational. So many schwas. So I'm gonna write down the vowels for you here. The first part is or. And organizational. Say sure. No. Okay, so many schwa. It's really scary. Look at that. I'm just writing down the vowels. So the first part is or. So or. Agile has Jones style pronunciation symbols, but I just changed it to IPA. So this is IPA, or. And the next vowel is the schwa, g, and schwa, n, and z, a, sh. This I-O part is the schwa, so it's sh, n, o. Okay, so let's pronounce it. Organizational. Maybe one more time slowly. Organizational. All right, let's speed up a little bit. Okay, so repeat after me. Organizational. One more time. Organizational. Little faster. Let's challenge ourselves. Okay, so organizational. And let's add and at the end with schwa. So it's in. It's like in and out. So it's in. So organizational and one more time. Organizational and. All right, so next one is personal. Okay, pronounce one more time. Personal. Why don't we go from organizational and personal? I just said and, it's kind of like my habit to say and, but let's do like organizational in in with the schwa, impersonal. Okay, so from here, organizational and personal. Pretty hard to say because this is long. So it's like when I say in and out, I just say in and out, like in, right? Not in and out. In and out, right? Or rock and roll, right? But organizational is kind of long, so I want to say and naturally, but let's try what's in. Okay, so from here, organizational and personal. Organizational and personal. All right, and the last part is lives. Lives. I think it's supposed to be lives. Z sound, supposed to be. But a lot of times, this type of consonant gets devoiced. It's just a linguistics term, devoiced vibration. It sounds more like, so lives. Sounds like S, but I think it's supposed to be Z. So lives, lives, lives. So try to pronounce it Z. I tend to devoice my bad habit. So let's try to pronounce it lives. Z, z, lives. All right, so from the beginning to the end, repeat after me. So you use, okay. I'm trying to pronounce it fur, but maybe it's hard. So 4 hour, let's see, four, how do I say four? Yeah, maybe four, not fur, like completely contracted, but maybe four. Sounds like just four by itself. Four. So useful for organizational and personal lives. Okay, so repeat after me. So useful for organizational and personal lives. Okay, so how was it? Please let me know if you have any questions. So I just used cover this part of The 7 of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. The book is awesome, by the way. So if you have a chance to read it, I highly recommend that you check this out. All right, so thank you very much for taking the live lesson, and thank you very much for the comment. And if you want to learn pronunciation from me, I have pronunciation basics course for Japanese speakers who are in the US working in an English environment. So please check out my website, www.発音矯正.com. It's HATSUONKYOSEI.com. So it's 発音矯正, means reduction in Japanese. And I have a webinar coming up on December 7th with Yumi from English Bootcamp. She's a big YouTuber in Japan, and we were doing this American English pronunciation webinar together for 90 minutes on December 7th at 12 noon in Japan time. So I'm going to put the link here in this description box, and then you can check it out. Yeah, so please let me know if you have any questions about English learning or pronunciation. Let me know. All right, so thank you very much for watching. All right, thank you. Bye.